Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and interesting and slightly confusing details that we got regarding a brand new feature adjustment being brought over to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak on both the Nintendo Switch and PC in the free title update that we are going to be getting later this month. Now, regarding the actual new feature that is being adjusted, and Director Suzuki took to Twitter yesterday to make a point, and then today he had to take to Twitter again to make a clarification. On yesterday's tweet, he mentioned, "Hey everyone, we're making a small action related adjustments to the free title update number 1. You will no longer accidentally consume a marionette spider when you're unable to use it on a monster." And this was the post that he made in social media, and he attached an image alongside that with loosened Nargacuga and of course the seething Basal Geese armor, which we're going to discuss at the back end of the video. So everyone yesterday basically assumed that this basically meant that the marionette spider, and remember the marionette spider is the one that you toss directly into a monster and then that attaches onto the monster, and then you can activate it again and pull the monster into any direction, usually against a wall, to be able to topple it over, basically get a KO knockdown, and then you can wail on the monster for a couple of seconds before it staggers back up once again to be able to just hit everyone around. So that's what everyone basically assumed. You're going to be able to, if you miss the spider, you're going to be able to use it again until you actually get a confirmed hit, and then you're able to pull it into the wall. That's what everyone seemed to have assumed. And apparently, that was not actually the case. That was not the intention in the post that they made in both Japanese and in English. So they had to post an actual clarification earlier today that read as follows. "Hello again, everyone. I would like to clarify yesterday's tweet. The adjustment is made so the marionette spider will not be consumed when failing to pull the monster due to the state after hitting the monster successfully. My apologies for this confusion. We are still carefully considering any adjustments for the marionette spider. Usage fails when you are throwing it." Suzuki, the director of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. So basically what they are actually adjusting is the fact that whenever you pull it against the wall, and if you happen to miss, then you're going to be able to do it again. The thing is though, if you do pull on the monster after you successfully hit it with the spider, you can actually just pull on it and it doesn't have to bang against the wall. It's just going to directly like trip over and fall and then just stay staggered a little bit for a certain amount of time. So it still kind of like counts as if it was knocked down, even if it didn't bang against the wall. So I'm not necessarily sure what they're saying here, that you're still going to get another chance even if you pull it down and it doesn't necessarily bang against the wall. But it doesn't necessarily matter because you're still going to not be able to recuperate that spider if the first time you actually threw it, it didn't necessarily hit the target or the monster. This is something that me as a gunner, I've ran into many times where I'm just throwing the spider around into a monster, and because I'm using directional controls, basically I just like kind of like move to the left a little bit, the monster moves to the right, I completely miss it altogether, and then there goes my chance to be able to get a free knockdown. This is something that a lot of people have been having issues with. It seems like enough for them to actually address it in some sort of form in the free title update, and it seems like they're just kind of going halfway with it. And for the fact for them to actually say that they're considering further adjustments just basically means that they know that there's an issue with this spider in the way that it's actually being used, and they're not necessarily basically giving everyone a mulligan, a second chance to be able to actually get it on target, get it on point, and then pull it up against the wall like it should be, the way that it was actually promoted when they were doing all their marketing for this specific feature. So I'm hoping that they actually realize that, you know, it is a little bit janky right now. They address some of that, and then they just give people 2 shots. If you can't get it in 2 shots, fair enough. But you know, just saying that if you miss the pull against the wall, you can do that again. I'm not necessarily sure that's making that big of an adjustment. Now, regarding the actual image that they decided to attach, of course, we're getting a brand new look at loosened Nargacuga. This is, of course, the PC version of the game. It looks extremely sharp, of course. You get to see the seething Basal Geese armor for not just the Hunter, but also the Palamute and the Palico as well. I don't believe we had seen the Palamute armor before. We did get to see the Palico armor and the Hunter armor as well. I believe in the last shot when they were talking about the other feature that they were adjusting as well. We do get to see, I believe that might be a light bowgun or a heavy bowgun, probably a light bowgun, seething Basil Geese weapon as well, but of course we get to see it from the back as it's basically strapped onto the hunter's back. So all in all, I think if they would have just committed to the whole way of just giving you 2 complete spiders, if you miss one, you get a chance to do it again, I think that would have been completely fine. But them just kind of like doing, halfway through it and then just kind of, not really addressing it altogether, I'm not necessarily sure that's really going to help a lot of people when it comes to just a really cool endemic life form that they decided to add for Sunbreak that as of right now seems a little janky in the way that they have implemented it into the game. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.